Story 1. The Vanishing Hitchhiker. On a foggy night in 1987, James, a truck driver, was on a long-haul route through the desolate backroads of Kentucky. As he drove past a lonely stretch, he noticed a young woman standing by the roadside, shivering in the cold. Her clothes were soaked, and her eyes pleaded for help. James pulled over and offered her a ride. The woman silently climbed into the passenger seat, her gaze fixed forward. When James asked her where she was headed, she whispered, "Just keep driving." James felt a chill run down his spine. As he continued down the road, he tried to make small talk, but the woman remained eerily silent. Minutes later, James glanced over, and to his horror, the passenger seat was empty. The woman had vanished without a trace. Shaken, James pulled over, trying to rationalize what just happened. He got out to check the road but found nothing. The seat, however, was damp as though someone had been sitting there. Years later, James discovered that a young woman had died in a car crash along that very stretch of road. Her body never recovered. To this day, truckers still report seeing her, waiting for a ride that never truly ends. Story 2. The Rest Stop Haunting. In 1994, Sarah was driving cross-country to visit her sister. Around midnight, she pulled into a remote rest stop in Arizona to stretch her legs. The parking lot was eerily empty, and the fluorescent lights flickered above. As she approached the restroom, she heard a faint sobbing echoing from inside. Cautiously, Sarah opened the restroom door. The stalls were all empty, but the sobbing persisted, growing louder. It seemed to come from the last stall. Taking a deep breath, Sarah pushed the door open, and there was no one there. The crying abruptly stopped, and a sudden gust of cold air swept through the restroom. Terrified, Sarah ran back to her car. As she started the engine, she glanced in the rearview mirror and saw a pale woman sitting in the back seat, her eyes hollow and her mouth twisted in a silent scream. Sarah turned around, but the back seat was empty. The next morning, when she recounted the incident to a gas station attendant, he revealed that a woman had been murdered in that restroom years ago. Her killer was never found, and the haunting cries of her restless spirit continued to echo through the night. Story 3. The Midnight Call. In 2002, Mike was working the night shift at a call center in San Francisco. It was a slow night until he received a call from a frantic woman who claimed she was trapped in her house. She said that a man was trying to break in and begged Mike to send help. Mike asked for her address, but the line suddenly went dead. Concerned, he reported the call to his supervisor, who contacted the police. Hours later, the police informed them that the address the woman provided had been vacant for years. The previous resident, a woman, had been murdered by an intruder. Her killer was never caught, and her final call for help had never been traced. Mike couldn't shake the feeling that the woman's desperate voice sounded all too real, as if she was still trapped in that moment, forever reliving her final night. Story 4. The Basement Whispers. In 2018, Lisa moved into a small rental house in Cleveland, Ohio. The house was old and creaked with every step. But the strangest part was the basement. Every night, Lisa would hear soft whispers drifting up through the floorboards, sounding like multiple voices conversing in hushed tones. One evening, Lisa decided to investigate. She descended the creaky stairs, flashlight in hand. The air was thick with an eerie chill. As she shined the light around, she saw nothing unusual. But then, the whispers grew louder, almost as if they were right next to her. Panicking, Lisa ran back upstairs and locked the basement door. Next day, she told her landlord about the whispers. The landlord went pale and revealed that years ago, The house had been a speakeasy during Prohibition. One night, a gang shootout occurred in the basement, leaving several dead. Some say the spirits of the